All right, we are back. As chaotic as it may seem. So, yeah, we appreciate Matt and what they did for us yesterday. Um, we got some new visitors. Um, that was pretty cool. I appreciate that. Hopefully, of value to you guys. But if we get right to it, the first thing we're going to do is take a look at the news to see what's in store for us today and what everybody's thinking about. So, really, what's going on is we got the Jackson Hole meeting. And if you guys don't know what that is, that's a pretty big Fed meeting, and they're going to go there and decide on what direction they take. And then tomorrow, we will have Powell come out and start talking about what they're doing. And the big focus is on the asset plan and whether they're going to start the buyback. And what everybody has to understand, first of all, you should understand all of this. If you're going to be in the market, you're going to risk your money. You're going to have to know what affects your money. But you have to understand what the catalysts are in the market. So everybody's looking at the asset plan, and the Fed actually started this when COVID hit. So this isn't the quantitative easing that they've been doing on the economy since 2007. Yeah, since the great financial debacle of '07. This is a stimulus program that they did to support the economy during our shutdown, and now they're looking to taper off of it. So we had an aggressive economy before the shutdown. We had a good job market. We had a strong stock market. We had good earnings from the corporation. They instituted this asset plan to keep that going. And there's no reason why, when they withdraw this plan, that anything changes. The economy is strong. We have good job growth, good profit margins, and earnings reports for companies. So it should be business as usual. But what you're going to get is that knee-jerk reaction to the news. So basically, those are buying dips. I mean, if you guys are just trading AMC, it's going to have a subtle effect on your positions. But if for everybody who's trading the market, that's going to be your opportunity to get in low. So that's what you'll look for. So these are still very viable dips that are coming. And I think we got some serious dips coming. But it's going to be based on this asset plan news that really, in the long run, is inconsequential to what the economy is doing. We're doing good. I mean, that's the bottom line. We're doing good. So we'll keep our eyes open on that. But today, I'm expecting just a little consolidation day because people are going to be waiting to hear any leaks from the Jackson Hole meeting today, and then wait for Powell to speak. And I think that's tomorrow at 10. So no reason why today can't go to the wayside. Additionally, as I've told everybody before, that the last 2 weeks of August is the financial industry holiday. Everybody breaks down, heads to the Hamptons, parties up. So, really, everybody's not paying too much attention to the market, just letting these things transpire. Yeah, so here you got a few Feds coming out already with a bias to start easing off. And TikTok, Thursday's biggest analyst. Yeah, that's about it. But there are still fears in the market because of the Delta variant. So there's still sectors getting hammered because of the Delta variant. So I don't think that they're going to start moving back. And you're going to have people who are hawkish and people who are dovish. And this chick obviously is kind of hawkish and wants to start easing off on the policies. You'll have other guys who are dovish and think the policies will still go. And then we'll get the general idea of what the consensus is tomorrow. I mean, me personally, I think they're looking at it, but they're not ready to start easing. So in the news or the reports today, we got initial jobless claims that came in already at 8:30. Really didn't affect the market. I was watching the futures. They came in a little higher than expected. Initial claims, the 4-week average came in a little higher than expected. See, this is all feeding into them not making a move. The gross domestic product, a tad higher than expected, just showing inflation. Yo, look at the corporate profits. The rising from quarter to quarter. Here's 2%. There's 9.7%. I mean, that doesn't bode well for the policy, for the easing. I mean, that obviously would encourage people to ease, but we have nothing to worry about, man. If the market tanks, I'm a buyer because, corporate profits are strong. GDP is strong, a little stronger than expected, which is our growth rate. So the economy's hot. The economy's hot. I mean, based on what I'm seeing today, it's any man's call as to whether they're going to start easing or not. Because we do have a Delta variant, but we got a hot economy. If they do start easing, hey, let them start easing. Let's see some knee-jerk reactions, market come down, and give me an opportunity to get some good stuff cheap. So let's just take a quick look at the S&P futures. The futures. Here's the daily, and you can see we're just consolidating. So S&P, if you don't know, the futures trade pretty. Hey, good morning, Tommy. Not your average 8. Hey, good morning. You've been around before. It's good to hear from you. So it's an inside bar. Here's yesterday's bar. Let's make that a little bigger. Here's yesterday's bar, which really wasn't too big a bar. You got 98, 76, so you got about 20 points. That's not a bad move. That's pretty good. But we're inside right now. And we'll see where we go at the open. But I'm expecting inside bars for the day. If we look at the SPX, which is the market, where are you? There you are. Yep, I know. There's the SPX. So you got to figure we're going to open right in the middle of the bar, and I'm expecting that we trade and just make another inside bar, probably inside bar at the open tomorrow, and then once Powell starts talking, we should see some action. We like to look at interest rates. Interest rates go up, the market will go down. Interest rates go up, the price of bonds go down. If they stop their purchasing, the price of bonds are going to go down, force the interest rates up. And on a technical pattern, I could see that happening. Here's a trend reversal in the MACD, and here's a trend reversal in the bonds. Theoretically, we have a lower low here. We have a higher low here. It should make a higher high. So if I were trading bonds, or if I was trading interest rate, I would expect the interest rate to go up. If I were trading bonds, I'd expect the bonds to go down. Let's take a look at AMC. I know how interested you guys are. All right, so like I said yesterday, it's looking, I mean, you could argue that this is a bull flag. So if you were looking for a long today, I would just wait for a break of the high. I mean, that's on a swing trade. If we drop down to the 60 minutes, yeah, I'm not too encouraged. Looks like it might put in a double top. I'm going to have to watch that. There's nothing there for me on the 60-minute right now. We've been looking at XOM, nice dividend-paying stock, long-term investment. If we look at the short term, it's just doing what it's got to do. It'll start moving on a break of the 55.85. I mean, you're still at risk for a little correction down to that gap, 52.91. But for the 3 points, what do you care? I mean, if you could buy it cheap, you buy it cheap. If you're in it now and it goes down, it's no big deal. I mean, the stock trades between the 55 and 70 range. And that's what you're looking at it for. Virgin Galactic, which I just like it. It's cool. Doing a little consolidation. I like to see it break above the 2704. Actually, if you're looking for an entry, look for a double bottom here. And you could take that entry a little aggressive. Good morning, Eloy. Welcome to my channel, man. I guess you read the description. So, and actually right now I'm kind of on the road. So the broadcast is a little bit haphazard. But normally I'm streaming either from the mountains or off the back of a boat. So everybody who's doing that 9 to 5, you've come to the right place, man. If you want to break the chains that bind you, give me a couple of months and I'll show you how to do that. And what I do is basic setups, entry setups. No, there's no magic to it. It's trading patterns that have been used by traders, still used by traders since the beginning of time, and no magic indicators. I just use the MACD, or the Mac Daddy as I like to call it, and it gives me an idea of what the momentum is. And I trade based on price action and momentum. I usually trade the SPX, and I use options to trade the SPX. And you just become a master in one market. You get the trading patterns, you go in and out, and you just extract money from the market. And that's what it's all about. So anyway, that's what we'll be doing. And how much time? What do we got? We got about 17 minutes left. So basically in these markets, I think we've made our money in the first 15 or 20 minutes. And I only trade between 9:30 and 12. And then I go enjoy the rest of the day. But, I mean, we've made a considerable amount of money here, the free folks, over the past 3 months, just within those hours. And this is a terrible season for trading. But we did very, very well the past 3 months. But once the fall hits, then the party starts. And we'll probably take 3-4 trades every morning and just make fistfuls. So basically how I work is I use option contracts. I use at-the-money option contracts. I use the nearest expiration. And I do it in units of 3. So I'll have my first target and I'll peel off 1/3 and put some money in the bank. And then I move my stop to a break even. And then I'll have a second target and I'll peel off another 1/3. And I'll probably leave my stop at a break even, or during the fall when there's momentum in the market, I'll just trail my stop, and then I'll have a 1/3, or I'll just keep it running until I see a double top or what have you on a longer time frame chart, and just take my profits. So I'll call it out like I made 100 per contract, 200 per contract, 500 per contract. I don't like to call out the size that I use because I don't want to influence anybody or have them risk more money than they should be. Risk management is pretty important. So so if you're doing 10 contracts or 9 contracts, to break it up in thirds, you pick up 200 a contract. It's roughly $2,000 on the trade. Doing 30 contracts, then obviously do the math. It's $6,000 on the trade. But we making money. There's money to be made, and I've been doing this since either 95 or 97. I forget. Yep. So I'm old as dirt, man. I was doing this when I used to have to call the traders. No internet access. You used to have a solid line piped right into your office to get quotes. So it was just all in the industry. Anybody who wasn't in the industry had to get their quotes from the New York Times. Simpler times. It was fun. You could call up the trader, curse him out, get a trade, bitch at him when you got a lousy fill. Just imagine that, right? How many people got real bad fills? You get slippage, you get bad fills, and you're sitting there cursing at your computer. That effing specialist, he beat me. They beat me for this. Just imagine having the guy on the phone gives you the fill. You're like, what, you motherfucker? Got to watch my cursing or my algorithms go down. But you can curse the guy out. It was very satisfying. What's my thoughts on AMC recent run? I'm looking at a bull flag right now. There was a lot of momentum. Let's jump back. We could take a look at that, you AMCers. I mean, I'll trade the momentum. I can't really speak to whether the short. You don't want to hear my views on the short or the short squeeze and things like that. But yeah, you know, it's a strong bar, a lot of momentum, a bit of a tail, but a lot of momentum. So here we have a bull flag. There's really nothing to say or assume other than if it breaks that bull flag, it's going to run. If it doesn't break the bull flag, it could turn around. It may go into a consolidation here. I mean, this is technical trading. You know, I could put a quarter in the crystal ball and try to predict the future, but you can't. Can't happen. I like that it broke this high right there. I mean, technically, that's a good indication, that 46.55. But what's it doing right now? Let's go see what it's doing right now. It's at 42.71. I mean, you want to see it hold its highs. You know, but again, okay, big run up, a little bit of a retracement, creating a flag. It's got to break that flag. It could pull back a little bit more. You don't want to see it pull back more than a quarter of this bar, which it's pretty much right there. Maybe a little bit more. I don't like seeing it pull back 50%. The probabilities of the bear flag triggering and running start to diminish as the stock pulls back more. But this is a game of probabilities. It doesn't mean that it's not going to run. It means that the probabilities are stacking against you. I'm a probabilities trader. You know, I mean, trading is about statistics. I take setups that have good probability of running. If this bear flag, that bull flag, I'm sorry, I threw that off. If that bull flag triggers, then there's a good probability that bad boy is going to keep on going. I mean, well, you know what? I'm not even going to cast my views on whether it's going to hit 100 or what have you. And, you know, I just don't like those sort of predictions. So that's not what you're here for, man. And let me tell you, nobody's out there making a living on short squeezes and things of that nature. I mean, people make a living on being a good, smart, well thought out trader with good risk management and taking high probability transactions. That's how it's done. There are professional squeezers, but you have to have good control of your buying power and understand who your adversary is in order to do that professionally. So over here, you get the real deal. So that's my story, Aloy. And I would like to pander to all the AMCers to help build my channel, but I'd much rather be honest than famous. And that's why I'm anonymous too, because I just don't want the recognition or the focus. I don't like I like my anonymity. So everybody could sit out there and kind of figure what I look like. But I'm a good-looking bastard. At least that's what my mother told me. We got 9 minutes to market open, 9 minutes to party time. I just not feeling too much party. We're gonna look at the 30-second chart, see if we see a good setup. We'll probably see a flag on the 30-second chart that we could take. I mean, I'd be surprised if we're picking, getting more than a buck or two out of a run, you know, before it comes back and knocks me out. But you'll see. I do a lot of risk management. I'm very tight with my stops. But it works. Some guys, you know, chipping away, making a few bucks, getting the idea. And if you check out my channel, you'll see I have like a trading 101 page, and that should give you a good idea on what I'm doing. And just understand too, I'm not a personality or a artist or a YouTuber. I'm a trader, so look at my videos with an open mind from an artistic point of view. Now, if I had a team of guys, or at least one other guy who could clean up my videos and do some work, that would be so lovely. But, you know, you can't get anybody to work these days. Zing. Yeah, I'm hoping. Actually, a lot of the guys who are on this channel already have already booked a profit in AMC, or at least partial profits, and have dedicated those funds towards investing in trading. And yet, you'll hear a few guys talk about it, I'm sure, from time to time. Some are still playing with it to see what else they can get out of it. Some have closed their positions. I mean, you know what? As long as you're managing your risk and you're not risking something that would alter your life, I see no reason why you shouldn't enjoy AMC, participate in it a little bit. I mean, if you're strung out about your investment, you're looking at this all wrong. You know, you should not be investing something that makes you so uncomfortable. It's not a shoot from the hip business, and it's not a risk taking business. It's calculated, um, organized. Business plans are written and then followed methodically, and that's how you trade. I've said it before. There are old traders and there are bold traders, but there are no old, bold traders. And you'll hear lots of corny, folksy wisdom out of me. Oh yeah, that's your favorite quote? Yeah, it's a good quote. It's realistic. And look, the other thing I got to reinforce is get in the industry, man. If you're going to trade, be a trader. Understand what's going on around you in the financial world. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys out there didn't know that the Jackson Hole meeting was today and didn't know what Jackson Hole is or doesn't understand the Fed. Get in the business. No halfway gangsters, no halfway traders. If you can't dedicate that kind of time to this, then your best bet is using mutual funds or ETFs, 401ks, and professionally managed trading programs. You want to make it's a full-time job. You know, I mean, that's what I do full-time. That's what I've done full-time for nearly 30 years. And, you know, I mean, to think that you could come in and I mean, I know one guy who is working with me, but he keeps trading on his phone. You know, that's ridiculous. You can't. I'm looking at 7 screens right now. I'm not because I'm not on my boat or in my office. But I mean, that's what it takes for me to trade and understand what I'm doing. I'm looking at 7 screens. This guy is trading on his iPhone. I mean, and then he's wondering why he's losing money. How do you know what the market's doing? You know, you got to get in the industry. All right, so RH, I talk about Bitcoin in my end of the day wrap ups, which I'll jump to it right now. I don't mind doing it. What do we got? We got 4 minutes. I can do it. But I try to keep up on Bitcoin, and I talk about entries. And I actually gave the free folk a really good entry at the 41,300 point, and they rode that up into the 50s. So right now, I'm looking at the daily. Here's a double top, right? So this is showing me a double top. There's a divergence. And if you stick around, you'll learn what all that is. But this is showing me it's going to sell off. The sell-off would trigger if it goes below this low of 43, 973.32. And this is a daily chart. So we're talking like an intermediate term. This is more of a swing trade. So right now, I would be waiting. If I wanted to short it, I probably would have taken an aggressive short up at the low of 48,791. When it broke that, I would have went short right there and taken that short. And I see no reason yet to close that short. So if you're looking to go long, then just watch this for a pullback. And I can't really predict where it's going to go. I just got to tell you, you know, what it's looking like. So we could call this 43,973 plus or minus support and see how it behaves once it hits that. You know, it's at a support right now that it's bouncing off of, which is 45,881. So I'm going to see how it behaves around that support. Look for it to push down a little more. The momentum is kind of telling me that it's going to head down a little more. We got 2 minutes to the open. So on the short term, looking at the daily, I got a very, or the 60-minute, I got a very indecisive bar right here. So I have a consolidation going on. Looks like the momentum is rolling around, but it still looks like it could be a bearish momentum. So I'd still be, my bias would be to the downside at the moment, and look for it maybe to do a double bottom or something, and then try to take that long. Is it going to hit 60? In my heart, I believe that it's going to hit 60. But when it's going to hit 60 is an entirely different question. Yeah, you know, and I mean, is it going to hit 24 before it hits 60? I don't know. I see a lot of risk down to the 34,000 mark. You know. Hey, good morning, Ant. Welcome. No, it's not Friday at 10 a.m. The Jackson Hole. But anyway, I see a correction there. So you know, and it's not a matter of if it goes down. It's just what catalyst is going to bring it down there, clear out that risk, and then let it move up. All right, I'm jumping over to it. There it is. The party started. So yeah, the Jackson Hole is today, and Powell will talk about it tomorrow. So we opened up down about 3 points, and we'll see where we go from there. Really not a lot of movement. So I'm watching that 30-second chart, and I'll probably take that break of the low or the high. But it's just staying an inside bar. Just kind of figure out where the market's going. And I'm moving a little aggressive because it has been the case that the only decent move we have is right off the open. Then it makes its move and consolidates. Looks like it's breaking that high. Couldn't quite do it. And I'm in. Oh, see, I don't like to see that. Come on, close that gap. I just took a third off, and I picked up half a buck on that. So really, it's just $50 a contract. It's no big deal, but that's about halfway gap fill, and sometimes that's all you can get. And yeah, I'm not liking it. Yeah, you bet, RH, anytime. Just check out my EODs at the end of the day, and yeah, you know, I like to look at Bitcoin. I know it's of interest to folks. So, I mean, this move right here is just telling us we're range bound. Which way do we go? Today's Thursday. I got nothing going on with that. So we'll just look at you. So the Dow's up 42, and pretty much the patterns on all the markets are the same. I like to watch the composite, the S&P, the Russell, and the composite's closing its gap. So I'm closing this position. I'm taking a little beat now. Oh, actually, I'm going to end up at a break even, considering what I made. If the composite turns around, it's going to drag this bad boy down. And the composite closed its gap. Russell's trading off. Dow Jones looks like it's consolidating. Come on. You too, Aloy. Thanks for stopping in. There it goes. All right. Composite's breaking its high. It's pulling the S&P up. Come on, come on, come on. All right, I'm going to take my second, third off over here. And I've got the rest of the break even. And the composite's moving. So I was looking to close out this position. Then I saw some action come into the tick chart that was consistent. Actually, the Dow's making new highs. I was even looking at the wrong chart. I thought that was the composite. So I actually stayed in the trade by mistake. I thought I was looking at the composite. I was watching the Dow instead, and the Dow made new highs and kept me in the trade. But I'm out of the trade now. So I hit on two pieces. But looks like it's going into consolidation right here. See, this is the problem when you're changing your setups too. You know, going from one computer to another. Habitually, you look at one thing, and then it's elsewhere, and you start making mistakes. I mean, it was a good mistake, but a mistake nonetheless. And I'm pretty hard on myself when I make mistakes. So it looks like a trending market. And for the past couple of weeks, we get that move, and then the market trends, and then we get another afternoon move. So as it's gone, the remainder of the day is listening to me rant and rave. What shall I offend you guys over? Politics? Religion? The whole pronoun issue? Shall I become offensive? I'd like to talk to Matt too. I appreciate him shining a little light on my channel yesterday, and I'd like to reciprocate. But I'm not that big. What could I do for the guy? Maybe I'll send him a t-shirt. Looks like he likes to wear t-shirts. That good-looking bastard. Nope, got a storm in the Gulf of Mexico. So if anybody trades oil, if that baby goes hurricane and plows into Louisiana, should see oil spike. I think it's a depression right now. Nope, it's a storm. Could turn into a cyclone. Oh no, it's still a disturbance. 90% chance it's going to be a cyclone in the next 5 days. See that? Trading setups and weather. Yeah, pronouns, baby. These younger generation messing with my pronouns. Hopefully these suckers turn out to sea. I'm looking at 2 storms in the Atlantic. One is actually heading for England now. The other one's still got to make that rotation. Could plaster the side of the East Coast. Yeah, oil, man. You could trade futures in oil. The future is CL. Actually, there's an ETF too for oil and natural gas. I think I might have it. No, I didn't set it up on this one. Oh yeah, I think I may have. Bank. You could trade the XLE if you wanted to trade oil. And you could trade, yeah, USO. You could trade USO if you wanted to trade oil, as far as equity goes. Or you could trade the oil contracts. Setups are the same. Everything's the same. It's just a different class of vehicle. But USO is a good ETF to trade oil with. Oh, looks like we're breaking the low. I didn't take that break. I was distracted. Man, that probably would have been a good trade. I bet that's the mover of the day. Yeah, but nobody else is really making a low, so it may not run. And here's the daily chart on the S&P right now. And we're just an inside bar. Maybe we got a risk of another 6 points to the downside, but I don't really think it's going to get that aggressive. Let's take a look and see what AMC is doing. And, all right, see, so this is looking like a textbook flag setup right here. Putting in a low wick. If it stays around here, then tomorrow's entry would be the high of today's bar. If it breaks yesterday's high, then that would be your entry. But it would be a lot nicer if your entry is tomorrow, because we're down here low, and then you move up, and the next point of resistance will be the previous pivot high. And then if you break that, it's going to continue to move up. So this is a pretty classic bull flag you could watch. And if you see this trend line down here, this blue trend line, I'm just positive as long as you're above that trend line. So if anybody's looking for the entry on Amazon, I would look at that entry. Obviously, this bar has to close today. We'll see what the high is, and then tomorrow breaking that high, that's your entry. Entry. Let's go back to SPX and see if I can make some money. I made $50 a contract on the first move and $100 a contract on the second move. Yeah. Well, first of all, I just use the MACD for momentum, and I don't use indicators for my entries. I just use price action. And it's hard to go over, but as we see them, I call it out and tell you what it is. So I'll take a break. Like the first thing I'm looking for is the break of the high or the low. And that's what I took here. I just took the break of that high. It came back a little bit, and I took a little more risk than I was willing to, but it's a slow range. So if it broke to the downside, I would have closed my long and went short. But I stayed in the long, and I closed it on the gap fill, or at least I closed I was 2/3 off by the gap fill. So on the break, and I saw a buck, and it was dancing around. I closed 1/3, and then when it closed the gap, I closed another third, and then I had to stop at a break even, and it knocks me out. It's very choppy today, so I'm probably not going to do a lot. And because of Jackson Hole, I'm expecting it to remain very choppy. So I'm just going to let it chop around and do its thing. But I do trend reversals, midday reversals. If there's a directional move during the day, I'll chart out the opening range, which is the first half hour. So we have about 15 minutes to chart out the opening range. And yeah, my setups are all in the Training 101 videos. But I'll call them out. And I'll point them out around the hour or when they should be. But this is a range-bound market right now. I mean, you just see that choppiness back and forth. What is Jackson Hole? See that? See that? You should know that before risking money. You should have an understanding of the industry or the market that you're in. So range bound I was talking about. All right, I lost that train of thought. So Jackson Hole is just where all the feds meet. It's their annual meeting, and they kind of set up their program for the year going forward, and they discuss what they plan in the consensus and things like that. Not that they don't alter it throughout the year, but it'll give us a general idea of what they're feeling and what they're seeing for the year coming forward. And Powell will be talking tomorrow. So if there are surprises, the market's going to be real whippy tomorrow. No surprises, we should do okay. But everybody's looking to see if they're going to start easing on their asset purchase. But there's no reason why they shouldn't. It was initiated to help with the shutdown of COVID. But yet, we're opening up. The economy's strong. We're making money. They could lay off of this program. It doesn't change their quantitative easing program. Nah, you're not the only one that doesn't know. I promise you, man. Go to those channels that have 37,000 viewers. I'll bet less than 10% know about Jackson Hole. I mean, the basic retail trader just thinks this is a video game. You know, they hop on and you know, they see a lot of pretty colors and green is good, red is bad. You know, and they don't realize there's a whole industry and economics behind it. Innovate. Oh, I already made some money, buddy, but thanks for stopping in. I look forward to seeing you again. But I think the money's been made for the day, man. I think we're just going to trade back and forth. I think this is a hangout and chat day. And everybody who's new to the channel, just remember that the hardest thing to learn, but one of the best things to learn, is some days you just sit on your hands. So I said that we had, actually, I can only recall one day that I booked a loss since June 7th. And, but there are many days that I did nothing. And, you know, had I chased the market, those probably would have been my down days. So, yeah, you know, the probabilities weren't stacked in my favor. And I decided that I'm going to do nothing. And I didn't make any money that day. But not making money is a lot better than losing money. And then the days I made money, well, I mean, I made considerable amounts of money based on the cost of living. And those are very good days. So, yeah, you know, it's discipline and patience. You got to be a good hunter, a good predator. And if you don't, if you're not familiar, I do a lot of income trades. They're very conservative trades, but they generate money for me every day. And yeah, very low risk, small return, but if you do it in size, it's a big payoff. And so that takes the pressure off. I don't have to worry about making money. So yeah, you know, making money to me becomes more entertainment, and then my choices are better, and I'm less desperate, less risky. And I'll teach everybody all of that. It's slow in coming because I'm just not a YouTuber. So I try to get this stuff out. I mean, I'm here every day trading and talking with you because I trade every day. I might as well hang out and talk with you. I actually have been enjoying it more. I've missed a lot of good trades because I'm focused on other stuff, like Anthony's cat getting wet or his dog's getting wet or something. But I have enjoyed the past 3 months. Yeah, we're just range bound too, man. We're just going back and forth. There's really just nothing going on. You know, so a lot of guys will be out there looking for something to trade. Like they got to be in the market. And that's not how you want to be. You know, you don't want to have to be in the market. It's a game of probabilities. I'm in the market when the probabilities are in my favor. Kind of like having a fight. I don't want to get into any fights that the probabilities aren't stacked in my favor that I'm going to win. No, no, no. So anyway, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe and hit the bell, because I've got good access now, but sometimes I'm at sea, man, and I get knocked off. But I get myself back up pretty quick, and if you hit the bell, you'll get notified when I'm up and running. You'll also get notified when I drop a training video or when I drop my end of the day wrap-ups. And hit the like, because it's like tipping your host. Yeah, it goes a long way for me promoting the channel. And if you want to support the channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. I appreciate that. We can put some money into getting people to help me refine things. See, I'm talking to the character who trades on his phone. Took a beating for 10 G's yesterday. I mean, this guy, he worked at my firm. If you're new to the channel, I used to own a investment bank. I owned a couple of financial companies. So he came in entry level and worked at my firm. And he was good. He was good, but I sold the company to all my employees, and he left the company and went out, and now he's on his own, and he's just beating the shit out of himself. I mean, I like total retail trader. Mm-mm-mm. I'm sorry, I'm quiet. I'm actually texting him, trying to calm him down. See, that's the other thing, man. If you're feeling these emotions or you're feeling stressed when you're trading way too much. You should be comfortable, calm. Poor guy. And it's free. Nothing's free, Anthony. You have to put up with my banter. Besides, a lot of the free folk have already sponsored the channel through PayPal. Trying to set up a hands-on program too, where I'm hands-on with you guys. There's some of the serious folk who want to make a living out of this. Actually, on the income trades, on about 55 grand, you could probably expect to do about 8,000 a month. I mean, obviously these are generalizations, and you know you have bad months, but those numbers are pretty good. So we just grinded down a little bit. I missed that too. I was sitting there. See, this is the problem. Like the number one rule is when you're trading, no distraction. And so I was just texting with that guy, and I mean, if you look at my 5-minute chart right here, you can see a nice flag. We would have taken the entry right here. It didn't really run much. The bars are looking bigger. It's 92.31. So you got $1 a contract right there at least, and it looks like it's pushing down a little bit more. That's upsetting. See, now I just want to go kick that guy in the butt because I'm sitting here trying to calm him down, and I'm missing opportunities to get involved with things. Looks like another flag on the 5-minute. Little tiny flag. It's just not a lot of momentum. Even if you don't take a trade today, I don't think you're missing anything. Inspire. What's going on in the other markets? It's so difficult. I mean, I'm working off of one monitor, and it's just so difficult to trade. But I had an emergency, had to run last minute. So the 30-minute bar is closed. The opening range is really small. There's no reversal trades today. There's just a choppy. This is a sit on your hands day or go to the beach day. No reason to risk money. No, let's look at AMC. Yep, building that nice flag. Let's look at Amazon. Looks like we're just popping back up into that opening range. Just a lot of background noise. That's what you get on range-bound days. So it looks like a little head and shoulders on SPX 30-second. You know, this being the shoulder, that being the shoulder. You could draw a trend line, which it's triggering now, the entry. But again, I'm not taking any trades because the market is just range bound and choppy. There's no momentum. So it's just going to whip back and forth. Be a slow grind. You're just working too hard for your money. And there are better days. I can make a lot of money without making a risk. But the entry would have been breaking that trend line. Looks like it's moving. Just not moving fast or aggressive. And like I said, better days to make money. I don't need to make the money today, so I'll wait for the better days. Yeah, it's just quiet. It's going to be that way. I know we dropped down in viewers now. It's just boring. But you can see we made the break and we're grinding up. Really, I mean, the break would have been, stop doing that. I mean, it's only really moved up $1 from the break. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Let's take a look to see what the stocks are doing, since I'm really not looking to take a trade. All right, Amazon's up 17. That's cool. Mm-mm-mm. Where's all my colors? Should get a midday reversal. There we go. There's my colors. Mm. SPX just grinding around. BRB. You asking me to take a look at that, Mr. Williams? Mm-mm-mm. I'm not getting any data on it. BRB, right? Can't do it backwards, right? No dyslexia here. It'd be the same thing. Are you sure about those symbols? Or maybe you could tell me what it is? Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Energy's flat. Financials are flat. Nothing going on today, ladies and germs. Dow's only up 50. You could call that flat. Composites up 2. You can call that flat. S&P's down 5. You can call that flat. There's nothing going on. I'm just sitting here watching the markets. I like the way AMC is developing. So you see it broke that trend line, then it came back and traded. We call that a range-bound market. Really, today is a sit-on-your-hands kind of day. Looks like everybody, all the watchers, faded out anyway. So it appears everybody's sitting on somebody's hands. Mm-mm. Mm. Oh, be right back. Ha! I got it. Thanks, Tony. Show my age. I'm looking it up. Oh man, look at that break. Why are we getting so aggressive? Breaking the low on the 5 minute. And it just ricochets back. All right. I don't think I'm taking any more trades today, ladies and gentlemen. So you can go to the beach, talk amongst yourselves. Or hit me up with some thought-provoking comments and questions. Oh, there she goes. Got a little flag on the 32nd, and she's just pushing on down. Let's look at the higher time frame charts. See what we got here. That was still just an inside bar. Even on the last 30 minutes, we're still inside. Oh, that's the wrong stock. All right, I love when I do that. Think. Okay, we're in a downtrend. We broke yesterday's low. I'm saying our target is 44.8198. Mm-mm-mm. It's a hammer on the 5 minute, which is kind of interesting. No, you don't necessarily have to wait for them to come up to your strike price, um, Anthony. If they're out of the money, they'll move, but they'll move a fraction. So you could pretty much look at the delta and multiply that by the point, and that's what you'll see. Like every point it goes, it usually goes up that multiplier of the delta. So, if you got a delta 10 out of the money, then you're really getting like 10 cents on the dollar move. We just broke that hammer on the 2 minute. Good time for a reversal too. So you can look at that. I don't really understand. If you're paying an out of the money option, yeah, there's intrinsic value. Yeah, you know, it's your time value. But you paid for that, it'll show up as profit. I don't understand what that means. I mean, if you pay for it, how does it show up as profit? Hmm. Yeah, I kind of, I'm in the car. All right, cool. Ask me whatever you want, whenever you want. I'm just really kind of distracted now. I'm not really seeing any trades. That was a fairly decent move. You got 88 to 74. Now we got the holiday. Ooh, ooh la la. Mm, 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 mm. Ooh, this baby looks like it's going down. Looks like we have further downside. Financials turned around, energy turned around. They were up yesterday. Russell's pushing up. Oh, no. The chart just caught up. Russell's down 9. Everything's making new lows. Dow made a double bottom. And the composite has a divergence. S&P looks like it's a divergence. So the 30 and the 60 are still bearish, the momentum. 5-minute looks like it's just about to roll. Got a double bottom on the 5-minute. And Russell's pushing down to new lows. Got a double bottom on all the markets, really. Got a divergence on the composite. This might be a turnaround right here. We've been getting our turnarounds late. Doesn't look like it really wants to drop much from here. It's having a hard time breaking that 75 area. the SPX, which was a resistance. It broke, it came right back up. The composite looks like it's pushing down though. From that previous low that we hit around the 18th, I think it was, the 19th, to this high, we've already retraced 23%, which is pretty healthy. I would like to see a bounce off of that. I mean, we could go as far as the 44.50 mark. We'll probably see that tomorrow. I think we can easily get another 30 points from here. Just took a drop and a stop. Another leg down. Yeah, just quiet. People fading out. Going down to test that low again. No, that's not right. Anybody got any questions? Want me to look at some stocks? Looks like we're just fighting with the lows of the market right now. I'm expecting it to just consolidate the rest of the day. We could have a push down after lunch. Could have a return after lunch. You never know which way these things are going to go. Looks like a trend reversal on the 30-second, and the momentum looks like it's starting to work its way up on the 1 minute. 2 minute looks kind of flat. 5 minute looks kind of flat. Everything's down, but nothing's very aggressive. Dow's down 87, Composite's down 84, S&P's down 21, Russell's down 20. This is all very healthy considering the incredible move up we just recently had. Tag that 23% retracement. I think once the Fed starts talking, we get whippy tomorrow, we'll probably take out that 4,440 support that I'm looking at. Damn, it's hot. Not the market, of course, but oh, look at that, man. That 60 minutes put it in a nice hammer. A nice hammer. .30 looks like the momentum's rolling around. We'll have to see, but this could be the end of the maneuver, of the down move. It's nothing that played. Would have to be a V bottom on the 5 minute for this to be the turnaround. We might test that low again. Oh yeah, we're making the hammer. Now you got Bullard saying that the Fed needs to stop getting aggressive on the taper. Hey, Mr. Johnson. The Spy Bull Cradle. Well, I don't know what time frame you're looking at. I'm looking at this 30-minute, which is pretty aggressive, but I'm looking at that 60-minute hammer. You got 11 minutes for that to close. And then you could watch for a break above that 60-minute hammer. Dave. Well, Andrew, brother. You get a break to the upside on that 60-minute hammer, and I think you got some money to be made. So that's what I'm watching right now. That 30-minute looks like it's rolling over, but I'm not so impressed. We still have 10 minutes. I mean, that baby could turn around, come way back down. Way down 7. What you got to say? All right, off-grid trading to match my off-grid life. Yep, that's the idea, man. If you're off-grid, I'm the guy for you. teach you how to make a little money, sustainable living. Mr. James Johnson. I spend a lot of time up in the mountains where I'm kind of secluded from everybody, or I'm on a sailboat. Right now, I'm kind of hopping around, just taking care of some things. But normally, I'm either streaming from a sailboat or from my house in the mountains, deep in the woods, up on the top of a mountain. Trying to get back to the boat by the end of next week. And then we're cutting the lines in October, heading out to sea or off the coast, so I should be able to stream through October. Thinking about heading into South America, but I'm going to hang out probably around the Caribbean or the Keys, see what goes on with the pandemic, and then head south. Maybe Honduras this time, or maybe Panama. Or Mexico. I love me some brunettes, boy. I'm liking that 60-minute hammer on the S&P. So if anybody is trading SPY, I'm liking the hammer. Got 7 minutes for that to close. So James, if you're still listening, tell us a bit about your off-grid life. Did you just move out there, just get started? Been building a homestead for a while? We love the like-minded people. We had a few folks before the summer. Seems like everybody heads out and just enjoys the summer. But when the fall comes, I figure a lot of the free folk will come back and start listening and chatting with us again. But prior to the summer, we had a lot of folks who were doing the self-sustaining thing and homesteading and stuff like that, and sharing their stories, which is fun on the slow trading days. Oh, candle. I read it as cradle. Is the spy bull cradle candle worth taking, Dave? Hey, Andrew, if you're still listening, just give me a time frame that you're looking at, a chart you're looking at. You know, because you said bull candle. I mean, who knows? There's a bull candle somewhere. I'm for certain. I'm thinking you're talking about that hammer on the 60-minute. Looks like the 30's rolling over. It's just not that aggressive. Mm-mm-mm. Woo, it's getting sticky. The humidity. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Kind of flirting with yesterday's low right now. Yeah, that sounds great, man. Catching some rainwater, that's phenomenal. That's a good idea, dude. I mean, people don't realize it, but water is a limited resource, and we're running out. As a matter of fact, Iran is already considered water bankrupt, and you're going to start seeing that more and more. And even first world countries, which only 10% of the accessible water is potable. And I think like 10% of the world population has access to that water. So you're even going to start seeing second and first world countries having issues. I mean, we already have major droughts out east of me. Um, what's that lake that feeds the Colorado River? I don't think it's Michigan. But anyway, one of the lakes that feed the Colorado River is at a third its capacity. Yeah, they're on like a 20-year drought there somewhere around. I forget which state it is. So yeah, water's huge. Good for you. In the Ozarks. Yeah, that's right, Wyatt. Like me. Thanks, man. Do you do any hunting up there in the Ozarks? I know you got some bison up there, right? I think you have elk. Are bison protected up there, or can you hunt them? Mm-hmm. All I have to choose from in my region is whitetail. There's black bear here too, but I don't eat bear. Not that I'm opposed to it. It's just the cute and fuzzy, and I could survive just fine on venison. So no need to shoot a bear. I've got a couple of families that live on my property. You know, a couple of cows and their cubs. Ton of turkey too, so I don't have to. I mean, between the venison and the turkey, I'm doing fine. And the bears don't mess with anything. So, black bear, of course. I mean, they're pretty timid and easy to live with. But you guys have good stuff up there, like mountain lion, elk. I think you have caribou too, right? Oh yeah, you have moose. Yeah, it's a whole smorgasbord up in the Ozarks. Oh yeah, did they just introduce the elk up there? Yeah, well, hopefully it catches on. You guys don't have a wild boar problem or anything up there, right? I don't have it in my region either, but I would like it. I mean, I understand it's invasive, but some good eating. Market's just quiet. I'm just watching it. Not really expecting much out of it. Looking to see if we get a double bottom on the 5 minute. That would be a trend reversal too. I'm enlarging the 5 minute chart if you take a look. We're making a low. You see the momentum's coming up. What we're looking for is a higher low, and then you could trade that and look for a break above this high, pick something up right there. Let's see how the 60 minute played out. Yeah, here's that 60 minute hammer. Obviously, when we break over to the new bar, you could expect to trace, but you can look for a break of that high on the 60 minute bar. $44.85.51. Look for a break of that high. Yeah, I'm thinking. You said sometimes when they come up from North Arkansas, so I'm thinking you're talking about Bohr. There's kind of a lag between my talking and seeing the chat, so sometimes it's hard to keep straight the conversation. Doesn't look like it wants to put in that bottom. Look, it's got legs. No, looking for that double bottom on the 5-minute. Might be building it right now. Still watching for that that trend reversal. All right, I'm back. Doesn't look like that double bottom wants to play out. It's just kind of trending in or consolidating. How do I feel about the Afghan withdrawal? I like the idea that we're getting out of there. I mean, I don't understand why we keep trying to tell other people how they should live. Women don't like the way they're treated there. They'll work it out. They'll get out. We had the same problem here back in 1776, and we worked it out. I don't understand why it's our problem. And you know what? Russia was there for years, literally bankrupt the country, fighting over there. Let them do what they got to do. I mean, we all know it's about the oil and controlling the region and things like that. But I say leave them alone. Yeah, the withdrawal's chaotic. I mean, you knew you were going to withdraw. They've been talking about it for months. I mean, the people who are waiting to leave now, what the hell were they thinking? And you got to figure that the Taliban ripped through the country so quickly that it's obvious the majority of that country wants that sort of government, and wants that religious law kind of government. And that's fine, man. Different strokes for different folks. That's how they want to live in their country. God bless them. Let them live like that in their country. I really don't expect that they're going to come and try to invade America and force their religious laws on us, or and the only reason why they did come to America was because we were in their country anyway. So, I mean, these are my views, and I didn't really drill down into it, but I'm sure if we stay away, we're not going to hear from them. I mean, it's not exactly how I want my women treated, or my daughters. But again, that's why I stick around America or other like-minded countries. And then again, look what that gets you. I mean, the dude's got to give up his job because he said something off-colored 30 years ago. So, I mean, it's still ridiculous here anyway. So, anyway, that's my view on it. That is my view on it. But I'm so glad we had this time together. That's dating myself. If anybody knows, that's the closing theme from the Carol Burnett show. So I appreciate everybody hanging out with me, and I appreciate all the new visitors. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe and hit the bell so you know what's going on. And hit the like, because it's like tipping your host, and I appreciate that. For this afternoon, well, I think we just had that 60-minute. Nope. Oh, yeah, here it is. Watch for the 60-minute hammer to trigger. That could be a good long right there. It looks like it's happening right now. Yeah, it is happening right now. So, yeah, that's a good long right there. And you have a gap to the downside. I mean, if this market gets aggressive, it could end up going up and closing that gap. That's a pretty aggressive move. So that's all I'd be watching for the afternoon. Remember, everybody's got to be calm and cool. Trade within your range, and every time you enter that trade, you ought to be at peace. So again, stay calm, and good luck trading.